This semester has been a wild ride, from our first speeches in class and public speaking, to quarantines, lockdown, COVID-19, and learning how to do class online. Today I'd like to celebrate some concepts that I've learned, skills I've built, growth that I've achieved, and some challenges I've faced. Firstly, I'd like to talk about ethos, pathos, and logos from the speaker's primer. What makes a compelling speech? How do you gain the trust of your audience? These weren't things that I thought about previously. And the ethos, pathos, and logos, the emotional, logical, and the credibility of a speaker, I realized to be so important when giving speeches or even talking to anyone. I've started to actually use this in my personal life as well, not just in school, and really think about how I can appeal to those three things when I'm talking to someone in my life. The next I'd like to talk about is reasoning fallacies from the speaker's primer. It's really ingrained in our society, all of these logical fallacies, from politics to news, like the ad hominem in politics, the slippery slope that's in news, and non sequitur that I get with my parents. Psych Times says, logical fallacies often slip by our radar when being used in trivial conversations, causing unnecessary quarrels and damaging relationships. This has made me think really critically about when I'm using these logical fallacies in my own personal life, talking to friends, talking to my parents, and also where I see them in our society, where they seem to keep popping up over and over, and how people use them. The final concept I'd like to talk about from the speaker's primer is relationship with the audience. How do you cater to their needs? How do you really form a relationship with the audience with the material that you're trying to give? These are things that I did not think about as deeply before previously this class. Now, when I'm talking to anyone, my friends, my parents, public speaking such as this, giving a speech, I'll think much more deeply about what the audience wants to hear, how I can dress, talk, my intonation of my voice to really give a clear definition of what I'm trying to get across to the audience. I think it's really interesting that if you can gain the audience's respect and attention, that one person can actually sway a whole room into listening to them and believing what they're saying. So a skill that I've improved on, I think very well this semester, is speaking confidently. I remember the first speech when I was shaking, I was incredibly nervous, and it was really hard to deliver that speech comfortably. And that's due to my confidence. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience you stop to look fear in the face." So I know I've come a long way from the first speech. It's kind of been my way of looking fear in the face. The first and second, I improved a little bit. The second to third, I improved a little bit. And third to fourth, I improved a little bit. It might also be because of the online, but I know that I've gained confidence talking in front of people throughout this course. One challenge that I faced during this semester was the online portion of the semester. This is because I felt less engaged in writing my speeches. When I had to give my first and second speech to an actual classroom full of people, I knew that I was going to be up there alone and delivering this speech. That almost gave me a fire to really learn my subject matter, to deliver it well. I really practiced a whole lot of times. And I kind of lost that fire once I was giving them online. I think that other people being in the classroom with you is very important to really give you the nervous drive that you need to deliver a speech well. So all in all, this has been a wild semester. I've learned a few new concepts. I've gained some different skills. I've stared fear in the face my own way, and overcame some challenges such as the online schooling. But I think all in all, I have come out to be a much stronger and better public speaker. Thank you.